And alright guys, what is going on? How are you doing? Welcome back to another video on the David Hammond YouTube channel. Guys, today in this video we're speaking of dealing or facing adversity, okay? And I know this is a bit of a deeper video, but I felt inspired to make it. And this is going to sound a little silly, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, because it sounds funny, I know, but I recently shaved and I got a haircut, okay? So my hair was quite a bit longer than this before, and I had a little bit of facial hair. You know, quite a bit. I can't grow at the ton, but for me it was quite a bit. And just like at once, you know, it's this complete 180-degree turn. It changed. And for a little time, I almost had this almost like little mini life identity crisis where I was like, whoa, who am I? What is going on? This is so weird. And I know you guys can relate with this. You know, we build so much familiarity with certain habits or even as simply as the way we look. You know, maybe you wear certain clothes. You always wear big baggy sweaters. This is what I used to do. Always big baggy sweaters. Maybe you're in a state in your life where you're trying to hide. Okay, I'm not going to go into depth, but as you become accustomed and familiar with that, and when things begin to change, you literally, figuratively, metaphorically, literally change and adapt and evolve your identity, and that in and of itself can be a little tricky, okay? Now, through that, guys, that really got me thinking about adversity as a whole. And when I mean this, I mean maybe, you know, it may sound a little vain, but physical adversity, just you looking different compared to most people, or relate this with anything, okay? For me, a big reason, and I relate it with this, is it was how I looked, you know, growing up for me. And the reason I explained shaving or cutting my hair, what kind of it triggered in me is growing up, so I'm half Japanese and half British, so half Asian, half white, okay, directly half and half. Growing up for me, believe it or not, it was not always the easiest because I didn't really know which group to hang out with. You know, usually for the most part, at least the schools I went to, you know, white people hung out with white people, Asian people hung out with Asian people, brown people hung out with brown people, black hang out with black, and you'd see a little bit of mingling and stuff like that, but for the most part, everyone kind of had their clique, more or less. And for me, I kind of hung out with everybody and nobody. So for me, there was, you know, it was always, and I'm going to be completely honest, like it was always a little tricky for me, especially when I switched to a Catholic school. I've been to quite a few schools. I switched to a Catholic school, and pretty much everyone there was white. And here I was, this half white, half Asian kid who would seemingly on paper, like, you know, if you look at me, you'd be like, oh yeah, he's white. But if you look close, you're like, maybe you're not. And I know this sounds super vain or silly, but at the time, to me, it really, it was not easy. Like, I struggled a lot with it. I know that sounds silly, but just, if you're mixed, you understand, okay? So, but bringing it full circle to you guys, you know, now being in a position where I'm almost 22 years old, much more comfortable or confident in who I am, and have accepted, you know, my physical, mental, emotional, financial states of where I'm at. You know, what advice would I give to my younger self or to you guys possibly facing adversity in any way, physical, mental, financial, emotional, you know, if I could go back and man, you know, it's so silly, and like, it's so amazing, because the reason I'm here now with the courage, the confidence to make these videos, to be able to help and hopefully inspire you guys via this YouTube channel, is simply because of that adversity, you know? I'm not going to go completely into depth with other struggles or whatever, but if I could look, if I knew then what I know now, of how those building blocks were the foundation of what I'm doing now, and how much peace and joy and gratitude I have to be able to do this with you guys. If I knew that one side of the coin was going to produce this, man, I would have been chilling. I would have said, bro, like, bring it on, 10 times this, you know? But what happens is, in those times of adversity, we don't realize that there is always a purpose to pain. There is always two sides of every coin, okay? There's always a reason for something. And so I say to you guys, with your adversity, with your physical, mental, maybe you're overweight, you know, maybe you are low on your financial situation, like all these things that I've dealt with, all of them, okay? I still am. I'm no different. Remember and tell yourself that there is always another coin to this. There's always another side. There is always a flip paradigm, if you will. Okay? But it is only going through the one struggle that you were able to even conceptualize or grab the second. You can't have one without the other, right? We only know that there is day because of night. We only know what is hot because of what is cold. There is a parallel. So your struggles are literally and figuratively breeding your success. Okay? So hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope it helped. Much love. I just really hope these videos are able to be of resource to you guys. I'm really enjoying these, and I'm going to be going super hard with these because essentially this is what I've been doing on YouTube for 4 years. Sometimes you lose things to find it. It's that kind of paradigm analogy again, right? So I'm ranting. That's that. Thanks guys so much. Love you all. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Hope it helps. Much love. Peace.